Hi everyone, here's Nico at SeedLinked. In this tutorial, I'm gonna walk you through different use case of SeedLinked, part of the unit 10.4 of live seeding. I'm gonna go from how SeedLinked is used from germplasm really to plate and flavor, starting with seed bank, early breeding, um, even seed producer, at grower level and flavor. So let's start with seed bank. As a first example, SeedLinked really started with Seed Saver Exchange in the US with the ADAPT program. It's a nonprofit seed bank which characterized their accession with a very large network of growers. They have more than 1,000 active reviewer grower, mostly gardener. To date, they characterize with SeedLinked close to 600 heirloom. That's generated 55,000 review, more than 8,000 image. And so I'll walk you through a few things here. What is your goal? Here is the goal is to characterize seed bank across multi-location to collect performance and characterization information. It's typically large entry number, large meaning for collaborative trial it's pretty large, 25 to 30. We use a triadic or subset trial. Each one has 3 variety. Typically this low seed requirement. Each trial have a large grower network. We can all go 300, but at least 100. It's mostly gardener, medium to expert. Grower engagement, it's important to engage well, to give them good information, to do onboarding, wrap up, webinar. You really require minimum space for them. We don't need to do a parallel trial station to validate data. The seed packing is the biggest logistic because of the subset trial nature of having subset of a large set. Um, and make sure you ship the seed and you talk way before they plant. Typically in the northern hemisphere, it's really nice November, December to really communicate well with the network for a shipping date of February, late February. So that's really the trialing model. Um, then let's move towards another model, early breeding. Here's an example in the upper Middle West in the US where we have 24 F3, and in 4 years we went close to release. We typically each grower has 3 to 4 random variety. We had like 50 grower, a mix of gardener and grower. Typically every accession will be planted at least 4 times. In parallel, we did a RCBD on-station trial to look at validation of data. We did this similar with a cocktail variety, similar model. And over 5 years, there was about 200 people engaged in this project. So again, define your goal, breeding regionally adapted from crosses. Again, here we have large number of variety. So we use subset. We need a little bit more seed because we give more seed due to the breeding nature of it. So the grower network is smaller but more expert. They need more space because more seed. Um, we did a parallel station. Packing it's still logistic intensive due to the nature of subset, and you really need to have really good protocol and communication for those type of projects. Trialing and late breeding maybe the easiest to start. Um, Here's an example of broccoli where you have a problematic, that's a disease, and you need to find new variety for a grower for a disease. And that was a 85 farmer, 2 years. Each farmer had Sweet variety plus a check. We had different plantings. Or we have cover crop in a similar, what cover crop work well, similar manner, 45 farmer, pre-release variety, tested in a broad space. So small variety entry list, couple years of trialing. So yeah, to summarize is like um, the goal. What is your goal? Is disease? Is it? But it's typically pre-release or commercialized variety you're testing. You have a smaller entry list, more targeted goal. You can do subset, but you can do also full set. Like everyone receives the same variety. Seed requirement is bigger per variety because you have less variety. You don't need as much many grower, typically expert grower. Seed packing is easier, and timing again is all the time. You have to be ahead of the game. Now, just to talk about other type of trial, more like survey trial, which is you don't send seed, but you ask what people grow and they report data. We have a very large project this year on seed yield production from organic seed producer. So they all are invited to a structured trial, but they're all entering the varieties they are growing and entering the data, so you don't have to ship anything. For example, here we have 35 farmer who test 85 variety, but it's totally unbalanced for 4 years. Or for perennial crop, you can't. It's much harder. So every form of honeyberry, everybody growing honeyberry report their variety, what they perform on different set of criteria, but the other one entering their own variety. Um, so it's really to assess what because they grow. It's less structure. The number of varieties is variable. Trial type it's survey. No seed requirement. Um, it's nice to have a pretty decent amount of grower, typically expert and farmer. Uh, Engagement is all time important. Good detailed protocol. Land where it's known it's their land. They already plan it. They already have it. No packing. It's easier. Timing is easier. It's just ongoing. You just survey what they have. Last use case for SeedLinked is flavor evaluation. Super easy. Generate a QR code, and that's really good. Where you can get with trained panel with chef, but also with just at the farmer market and other highly used, highly recommended. Keep it simple. It's really quickly to set, and it's super fun, and data are really reliable. Um, so really to wrap up use case, really look at your trial goal, at which breeding stage you are, and then how many variety you have, how many grower you have, what type of crop, perennial, annual, cereal, and then you will define kind of what trial type you need to use and really make sure that you're way ahead of the game in terms of timing. That's super important. Um, yeah, thank you, Philip. Here's a quick quiz you can do. Thank you so much.